All right, welcome everyone to our parent town hall for our online high school. My name is JJ Lewis, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the superintendent and CEO for Compass Charter Schools, and so happy to have families and staff with us this evening for our first town hall of the 2018-19 school year. Welcome. Our agenda for this evening, we will reflect on the mission and vision of Compass Charter Schools, followed by appreciation and celebrations. I want to talk a little bit about some website enhancements and Strong Mind features. There's a few slides in between Strong Mind features and follow us. And then we will end the evening with a Q&A between our families and staff. This presentation is being recorded for those who are unable to join us this evening and will be loaded to our Parent Square and Parents and Scholars section of the website. As you all know, the mission for Compass is to inspire and develop innovative, creative, self-directed learners, one scholar at a time. And this is a mission we all take very seriously and to heart as we work with our scholars and families on their academic journey. The vision here at Compass is to create a collaborative virtual learning community which inspires scholars to appreciate the ways in which arts and sciences nurture a curiosity for lifelong learning and prepare scholars to take responsibility for their future success. I'm hoping that you are feeling and that your scholars are feeling this collaborative virtual learning community through learning labs and Q&As and scholar clubs and so many other initiatives that are taking place and have been taking place at Compass and are feeling inspired to appreciate arts and sciences and are well on their way to be ready to take responsibility for their future success. Not only their future success, but their success now. So we hope they're well on their way on that journey. I want to pause and appreciate and celebrate our online high school team. So please join me in appreciating our team led by Mrs. Janae Smith, our high school coordinator. This is a snapshot of our more recent Compass Chronicle. Came out in September. There's a link here on the screen. If you haven't had a chance yet to read through the Compass Chronicle, the entire document, the entire newsletter for the high school section in particular, also have a link to the high school team, the personalized learning team, and to the Compass newsroom. There's been a lot of great things to celebrate already in this 2018-19 school year. We're also joined this evening with some of our leadership as well. We have our Director of Online Learning, our Director of Counseling Services, and our Assistant Superintendent of Personalized Learning. So we have an amazing team at Compass, one that I'm proud of, and I hope you're proud of as well as they work to create and develop and inspire your scholars in our online community. Really quickly, I know we talk about this in a lot of our town halls, our Learning Coach Resources section of the website. You do need a password, LOVE, CCS, LOVE undercase, and CCS capitalized. There is a lot of great information in here that we continue to add, and so I wanted to just briefly highlight the Learning Coach Resources, information on our scholar handbooks, the calendar, the school calendar for this year, which can also, of course, be found in Parent Square. We also have a lot of sections of information, not only for academic resources, but counseling resources, records, IT, engagement. There are a lot of bits and pieces of information here. And if there's any other pieces of information you'd like us to share, please let us know so we can add those. A recent feature or addition under academic resources, for example, is an online library of resources for scholars to access. So while we don't have a traditional or typical school library, we have a partnership with the state of California to have access to a digital library. So take a look. A lot of great things are in the Learning Coach Resources section of the website, especially here in the high school resources section. So I skipped over and went through the academic resources page and then to high school resources. There's a copy of of every MMU that has come out so far this year. You, of course, again, can find these in Parent Square or on our website. We have a link to our course catalog. If you need to access the Welcome Back Night presentation or packet, that's found here. The recording to the town hall will be here. There's the link to the newsletter. So there's a lot of great information. And I hope that you are visiting and taking a look because it is all online for you. I also want to highlight the counseling resources area, especially for our high school scholars. There's information on scholarships, various workshops. If you want to schedule a meeting with your counselor, there's links to our counselors, and if you click on their name on this page, it goes to their You Can Book Me page to schedule a meeting. So a lot of great resources within the counseling resources section. There's also some great information here in our IT information section. So if you're looking for technical support, under technical support it says click here to submit a ticket, and you can submit a ticket. If you need some assistance from our IT team, there's also in our Zoho help desk is what we call it. There are a couple of articles that are up in terms of how do I reset a password or how do I access a system. So we're adding more and more articles. Those just went live today, this morning. So there's 5 or 6 articles right now, and there will be more articles coming throughout the school year meant to be an IT one-stop shop of information and resources. So take a look. If you need IT help, we have a great IT team and are using our Zoho help desk to filter through tickets so that we can be responsive to Scholar and Learning Coach and staff needs. So please do take a look at that area of the Parents and Scholar section of the website. On Parent Square, I want to make sure I point your attention and highlight an area. There's an area in Parent Square, lots of great areas on Parent Square, from the calendar feature, which we all are RSVP'd for tonight's town hall on, but there's a parent resources section just for online high school, and this also has some great links in it. A link to our academic calendar, the high school scholar handbook, again a link to our back to school night presentation, the welcome back packet. So there's a lot of great information here as well. So if you didn't want to get it on the website because you're in Parent Square, you can go here. If you're not in Parent Square but on the website, you can get it there as well. So I just want to make sure that I point your attention to a couple different avenues and locations that we're trying to ensure some handy bits and pieces of information are there for your perusal. In terms of StrongMind features, this is the link to our Parent Scholar portal. As many of you know, we've changed the school tab a little bit. We used to put some of our MMUs in the school tab. You're finding those directly in Parent Square, but you are finding an image of our core values, RTIC. You're also seeing links to our orientation videos. So if you are wanting a refresher on how to utilize the Parent Scholar portal or the new course player, those orientation videos are linked here. They're also linked throughout our website, but I want to make sure I highlight that they're here as well for you. In the presentation, we put the links again in case you needed to look at those. This is the link for our Parent Scholar portal orientation video. And we also have the link to our online classroom orientation video. So if you're looking for how to use the new calendar feature in the new LMS, or you're looking for information on the gradebook, there's ways to learn more about that here in the orientation videos, or of course, reaching out to one of our amazing staff members. But I wanted to be sure to also point out a couple of the other resources. Perhaps you're working on a holiday or a weekend, and you're just looking for, what was that again that they were referencing? The videos are meant to be of help for you and to be a resource. So please do utilize them as needed. Back by popular demand, and I know we have members of our Parent Advisory Council with us this evening, we are going to be having Coffee with Compass once again this school year. So we have our dates for the fall scheduled. We will be out in Monterey, Fresno, San Diego, and Palmdale in November and December. And then coming in 2019, we will be in, and this is alpha order, this is not date order, but we will be hosting Coffee with Compass in Bakersfield, Chula Vista, Lake Elsinore, Los Angeles, Santa Ana, and Torrance. So we will be everywhere in the state, hopefully. So starting in November, we will be again Monterey, Fresno, and San Diego. We will be in Palmdale in December, North LA, and then in 2019 we will be in Kern, San Diego, Riverside, LA, Orange, and LA County once again. So we're making our rounds across the state. We hope families are able to join us. We're slowly but surely putting information into Parent Square so that you can RSVP and know the locations. The current location for Fresno is up, and we will get the rest up this week. So hopefully you can RSVP and join us and join the staff and your peer and fellow learning coaches and scholars. Come out and build community with Compass while we enjoy coffee or tea, if you're a tea drinker out there. I also want to highlight our virtual suggestion box, especially as we have our first Parent Advisory Council meeting of the year this Friday. We'll be taking a look at suggestions that families and scholars put in our virtual suggestion boxes. These are the direct links on the slides. You can also find these on our homepage if you scroll all the way down to the bottom right. We do take a look at suggestions and review these with our Parent Advisory Council, our Scholar Leadership Council, our Staff Advisory Committee, and our Cabinet. So there's a lot of different groups. So look at the suggestions, and we look to see what we can do immediately within the next few months, within the school year, or something perhaps for next year. And so we will try to also, these are anonymous, and so one of the things that we'll try to do is in MMUs, so folks know that we're taking action on suggestions. We're going to try to highlight the suggestions that are coming in and what we're doing with those suggestions as applicable and as appropriate. So if you have suggestions, please do share them so that we can continue to enhance the scholar experience for our scholars and, of course, all of our stakeholders, including you all, our parents and learning coaches. I want to round out our presentation. I will try to keep these short and sweet with a follow CCS. If you're on social media, we are too, and we hope you'll engage with us on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, YouTube, of course our website. So a lot of great links, a lot of great information is being shared. I know some of our teachers are sharing on Twitter, for example. There's great work happening in Learning Labs, a lot of amazing things happening, and it's only a month and a half in to this school year. So please do connect with us and engage with us on social media. If you have any of these networks, of course, engage with us in these settings as well, or at Coffee with Compass, the suggestion boxes, Parent Advisory Council, everything in between. We're here to continue to have an amazing community. And with that, I like to keep our presentations brief with some big updates, and then spend time with families with a Q&A with our families and staff who are with us. So before we get to Q&A, I want to say thank you so much for being here, for being part of the Compass family, for trusting your scholars' educational journey with our amazing team. It's a trust that and a bond that we do not take for granted. So we appreciate your faith in us. If there's any questions about Compass, feel free to reach out. My information is here on the slide, my direct line, my email, and of course my Twitter handle. Again, thank you so much for being part of the family. I appreciate all that you do to help enrich your scholars' experience.